Hey, Chrymzon here, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown of everything in this image that I think the community has already figured out. So in the top left-hand corner, you can see Idol. That is more than likely a reference to Idol Ninja, who is an important member of the Saints Row community, who has done stuff like create the mod Gentlemen of the Row that made Saints Row 2 playable on PC, and he's currently working on a re-release of Saints Row 2 for the computer that will fix a lot of bugs with the game and potentially even bring over some DLC content that Saints Row 2 on computer never had access to. So I think that's on lockdown. I think that is definitely what that's a reference to. Moving on, the next thing I believe is spot on is in the upper right hand corner you can see what appears to be GAT. I'm fairly certain that that is exactly what that says, and it makes me wonder, because going into the more speculative portion of this video now, I'm thinking that it's a little bit odd that GAT's name is written in yellow. And I think the reason for that might be that GAT might be one of the very, very few characters that are being brought over from the original Saints Row games. And if that's the case, then in this Saints Row universe, Julius might be dead, and GAT might be fulfilling the role that Julius had in the original game. For those that don't know, Julius was the leader of the Saints originally, and he was once part of the Vice Kings. He broke off from the Vice Kings in order to form the Saints. And so I'm thinking that if Julius is not here, GAT might have been part of whatever this yellow gang is, and he might be the one who's breaking off from them and either going to form the Saints or going to be one of the major players that help in forming whatever this new Saints will look like. After that, we're going to be even more speculative. So the very first thing that I really noticed when looking at this is the Illuminati symbol. It's littered everywhere. Now, when I looked at this image initially, my first thought was that all of these different colors, the blue, the pinkish red, the yellow, they probably all represent different gangs within the game. But that makes this even more confusing, because why would you mix multiple gang colors together? A lot of people believe that the image in the bottom right is supposed to represent some sort of Egyptian gang. But soon after this image was uploaded to Saints Row's website, they made an update which shows a new graffiti of what appears to be a Mexican gang, which I also covered in another one of my videos. So to me that means that this symbol here is probably not a gang symbol. And it's interesting because it's part of the background, right? It's just part of the background, and on top of it is where all of the real gang graffiti is going to be placed. So what I'm thinking is that this isn't a gang, but some sort of secret society, potentially some sort of government agency. And I think the reason that all of these images have multiple colors mixed in is to show that this secret society has sort of worked its way in to all of the different gangs within this new Saints Row universe. So another thing that kind of like supports that concept, that idea, is that you can see that there's this female that's dancing and she's carrying the fleur-de-lis. What I'm thinking is that this is probably a saint, because she's carrying the fleur-de-lis, right, while she's dancing. But why is she dancing? Well, she's probably dancing to the music that's being made by the DJ that appears to be part of this secret society. What I'm inferring from this is that maybe throughout the game, the Saints are dancing to the tune of this secret society. The Saints are being manipulated here. Now, this is all just pure speculation. I'm just coming up with these concepts. I think this makes the most sense out of anything that I've heard so far. but I'm going to go with this for now. I think it will also explain why to the very left of the saint female, it says no, no, no in yellow. Maybe it's kind of like saying, it's warning the saint, hey, you're not doing this right. Like maybe the yellow gang is trying to give a warning to the dancing saint that you're just being played. There are some other little bits of text that I can barely make out. The only thing that I can really see is, once again, next to the female, there is this wanna, like WANNA, and then underneath it is just K. It might be like wanna talk. Maybe the blue gang is trying to reach out to the saints and try to talk things out diplomatically, maybe. And then in the far bottom right-hand corner, it's really difficult to make out, but it looks like no words, just, and then I can't make out the last word because it's being covered up by this eye symbol from this Illuminati-type secret society, possibly government agency thing. So this might be trying to give us an idea of what these different gangs are like. The yellow gang is trying to warn us that we're going down the wrong path. The blue type gang might be trying to have some diplomatic talks and settle things peacefully, possibly. And then this red gang might just not care what we have to say and will just try to murder us, right? No words will do anything. And then the last thing that I can draw from this image with the limited amount of information that we have so far is that I don't think this is the entire wall. You can see to the very far left that it looks as if the wall is continuing on, and it looks as if there might even be some sort of purple or blue image that might be the new Saints logo, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.